Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about crypto trading mindsets. This all started with somebody in my Discord asked me, "Hey Jack, have you ever played poker?" And my answer was, "Yeah, I used to play all the time." And they asked me, "Well, do you think that this affects how you trade?" Because I do trade, not just long term, but on the lower time frames as well. And the more I thought about it, the more I came to the realization that yes, it actually had a lot to do with it. I put something together. I want to show this to you. I hope it's helpful, and I hope it gets you mentally to the place that I think I'm at, where I'm very cold and calculated, and it has a lot to do with going back to my poker route. All right, first things first. Remember how we talked about this chart about that down here in accumulation? This is when retail is very scared, and this is when the whales are buying, and alternatively up at the top, retail is very excited, and that's when the whales are selling, right? So the idea is that your emotions will be screaming to do one thing, okay, that you'll either be excited or fearful, but that you should really do the others. It's like the old saying, you buy when others are fearful. It's that same concept, right? So you're basically battling your own emotions. So that's the idea. That's like where I want you to just start mentally. But one of the things I like to talk about, when do you cut it loose? Or like, Jack, how are you okay to close a massive position when things don't go your way? Why don't you just permanently hold it? So some people will get into a coin right when it launches, right at 5 cents, ride it all the way up to $5, and then come all the way back down to 5 cents. And it's my goal not to be one of those guys. So there's got to be lines in the sand. There's got to be ways to identify, okay, you know what? I was wrong. Maybe it goes down when I thought it was going up. Maybe it goes up when I thought it was going down. There's got to be ways to identify it. So one of the ways that I try to get people to understand this mentality, this mindset, is through a pocket aces analogy. Now, pocket aces in poker is the best hand you could start with in Texas Hold'em. When you just get two cards, it's the two best cards. You can have the best trading setup in the entire world and think of it as pocket aces. Now, the deal is you will still lose with pocket aces 20% of the time. Okay, so you can't just go all in with pocket aces and just walk away and go grab a beer or whatever, come back to the table and collect your winnings. That's not how it works. Trading's the same way. If you're going to go all in with a really good hand, you better be monitoring it. So I pulled up this clip. It's a really good clip of an individual who got pocket aces. I want you to watch how this played out. It's about 30 seconds or so. So let's just watch this together, see what you think.
It's $25 from the low jack with pocket aces, and I get two callers.
So he gets pocket aces.
Three ways to a flop of 10-7-4 with two clubs.
He's going through a lot of poker lingo.
Big blind
if this is something that you're interested in, you're going to like hearing it.
We're playing pretty deep here at around $700 effective. I opt for a bet of $120. I think I can still get some value against 10x holdings that contain.
Now, here's the deal. He made a play. He has pocket aces, but he has identified that there are things out there that could beat him. For example, there's all these clubs. Okay, so somebody might have a flush. Additionally, somebody else might have, he has pocket aces. Maybe somebody has pocket kings. Maybe somebody has pocket tens, right? There are a number of things that can beat his pocket aces. Perhaps somebody has king four, and now they have two pair to his one pair. There's a lot of things that can beat him right here. So a lot of new poker players will simply say, and a lot of new crypto traders will simply do this too. They'll say, oh, my position, the start of this position was fantastic. There's no way it could go wrong. And watch what happens.
And it's not the worst thing in the world if he falls again like 8-9 red, which still has some okay equity in the spot.
He was kind of guessing at what was happening.
Raise to $300.
Now, the guy on the other side of the table raised him a significant amount of money. This individual who the camera's perspective is on, he has done a number of things to show strength. I have strength. I'm going long. I'm betting that I'm going to win. So this is one of the things that I'm going to do. I'm going to bet more. Now, what does this guy do? He comes on the other side and he bets over the top. He gives even more. Now, in those scenarios, if you're a poker fanatic, you immediately pick up that this guy is either bluffing or he's actually got a better hand than you. And he goes on to say in this clip that this individual has played very straightforward. He has no reason to think that he's bluffing.
And my plan was to bet fold against this particular opponent who plays his hands fairly straight up. So I decided to let it go, and he was kind enough to show me his hand, which was 7-8 of clubs. So flat middle pair.
And the guy had 7-8 with a flush. So not only did he have a pair of sevens, who knows what the river would have brought, but he had two clubs, which give him a flush. So this guy was beat. He had pocket aces, but he was beat. And this is the kind of concept. This is what I want you guys to be able to get to, where you can say, you know what, I am beat on this position. I went long here, and this is like mental stops. We're going to talk about that at a later point, but a mental stop, I'm going to put that right here. And this is the concept. It doesn't matter how great your start was. What matters is how you get out of that situation with as least amount of damage as possible. Sometimes you're going to take an L, but the point within crypto is to survive, because there's so many parabolic rises. If you can protect your capital and just take those small L's, just a little paper cut here and there, you will make life-changing money by the end of it if you can play your cards right. So that's where I'm trying to get you. Hope this was a good video. Hope it was helpful by some stretch. We'll see you next time. Okay, guys, I think that's going to do it this time. Thank you for your support. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/cryptojack and also on Twitter at _cryptojack. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time.